COVID-19 may have been all you've heard about for the past year and a half, and if you are any gamer anywhere, you probably have heard of Call of Duty Warzone as well. While Warzone has been a massive hit for the Call of Duty franchise, I want to talk about some correlations I've been thinking about with the game. First off, what is Warzone? Warzone is a free-to-play and download microtransaction game that Activision made. Microtransactions are paying for a different weapon look, costume, cosmetic, whatever you want. Warzone puts you up against other squads in a massive Call of Duty map called Verdansk, where you fight to be the last one alive Battle Royale style. You can play in solos, duos, trios, or quads, and in my experience, the more teammates the better. However, quads can get a little chaotic, and I think trios is the sweet spot. Warzone is so much fun because it plays on gambling mechanics. You want to try again and again, even if you lose over and over again, because there's that one chance you could win, and when you do win, it's an exhilarating feeling. There's a lot of skill and patience that go into Warzone, however, because once you die, you only have one shot to get back into the game before your teammates have to buy you back for $4,000 in-game. There's no respawning over and over again for dying like multiplayer, and this is what makes Warzone so addicting. Imagine getting second place and wanting to stop there. You usually never do. The game is also a major time sucker. The average full match to first place is around 28 minutes. Playing 4 to 5 matches can ring you in over an hour and a half. Last year, Warzone itself brought in close to $1 billion for Blizzard, and this is not including other Blizzard games. That is a record-breaking number for most games in general. However, it is not the records I want to look at, but the correlation between the records and COVID-19. COVID-19 ravaged our planet, and we still live in the world of COVID-19 as I make this video. Lockdowns and mask mandates have made companies bring employees to work from home, students to school from home, and with those two things come, well, distractions, which turn to video games. So let's take a look at this chart. While COVID cases began to rise, Warzone was released on March 10th, 2020, around the same time that lockdowns and COVID was noticed. At the time, according to World Meters, COVID cases worldwide had just hit around 8,000 cases. Warzone at the time, according to Statista.com, had 6 million players. As the COVID cases began to rise, so did Warzone players. Correlation? I think so. As lockdowns got worse, Warzone offered a way to escape with friends into Verdansk to try to look for your victory. Considering that this launch coincided with the first wave of lockdowns in the United States and many other countries alike, it comes as no surprise that the game has become a smash hit. Not only was the title nominated for the Best Multiplayer Game of the 2020 Game Awards, but Warzone's instant success has translated into the streaming world, and as of 2021, Warzone ranked among the top 10 most popular games of all time on Twitch, based on all-time peak viewers. So now that you can see that Warzone is addicting, pour a massively addicting game into global lockdowns, and what do you get? Huge player counts, tons of money, and a very successful game. The only other game that had this much success because of the pandemic is Animal Crossing New Horizons, but as I'd say normally, we'll cover that in a different video. The truth is, Warzone in itself is a great game, but I want to take a look at if it actually would have succeeded had the pandemic never have happened, and people didn't have all the free time to play. So another factor I want to look at is the layoffs and unemployment. It's harder than ever in this world to get ahead, and that's why more people are getting married later, not at all, never starting a career, or just being content with living in an apartment forever. With video games, you can see your friends, make new ones, be successful, gain some notoriety, all from your bedroom or your office without even trying. In a world where it is made harder and harder to succeed, to afford houses, get an entry-level job and more, many turn to video games to escape. However, I'm not saying every single Warzone is struggling with jobs, money, relationships, etc., but there is no denying that video games help take the pain of the real world away sometimes. But I wouldn't contribute all of Warzone's success to the pandemic. The pandemic, all in all, was awful, and it hurt a lot of companies but made others flourish. The video game industry, YouTube, streaming services were more than likely not hurting here, if anything, flourishing. But Warzone offered a unique experience. Instead of the Fortnite cartoon-style Battle Royale or the PUBG third-person PS3 graphics, Warzone puts you right into the battlefield of Call of Duty, but this time with consequences for your actions. Sure, Search and Destroy had some sweaty palm moments, but Warzone was the king. Warzone offered many different experiences, and no two games were ever the same. This is what made it so much fun. This is why I would argue that Warzone would have been very successful had the pandemic not have happened at all. For me, without the pandemic, the only thing that would have changed for me in Warzone is I would have played a little bit less. Now, I have been one of the people staying up till 3 a.m. to secure a win, and honestly, winning in Warzone is a very exhilarating feeling. Coming back from the dead to execute a final player was one of my best clips and most fun I've ever had. At times, I could remember last night's Warzone match more than I could remember what I did the last day. I still, as I'm making this video and talking right now, can recall some great Warzone moments. However, Warzone can be very toxic and competitive, but at other times, I've made some good friends in the game. It's really not for everyone. So in conclusion, Warzone keeps players coming back with new seasons, in-game events, and more. While many people continue to quit due to overpowered weapons, the same map for every year and a half, cheaters, stagnation, anything, it is safe to say that the game has not really slowed down. In the end, it comes down to your personal preference on if you like Warzone or not, and your gaming style. Some people do not like Battle Royale, and that's okay. So what do you think? Do you think Warzone rose to fame because it's a great game? Or did it ride the waves of lockdown? Or a little bit of both? Thank you so much for listening, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. Have a great day.